We weren't ready for the money, and we would have wasted it. And my husband and I, we run the business together. We own the business together. Fantastic support. He and I we share laughter because we say, if we would have gotten, first off, we were asking for way too much because we were watching Shark Tank.
Follow the Leader features dynamic women entrepreneurs in their journeys to becoming a success in business. This podcast is an inspirational space for entrepreneurs, future entrepreneurs, and thought leaders as they share their keys to success. I am Chanel Christoph Davis, the CEO and founding partner of the largest woman and minority-owned sales tax advisory practice in the country, Davis & Harmon, LLC. Today, our guest leader is Psyche Terry, founder of UI Global Brands, a skincare solutions company. She has been seen in Forbes magazine, Wall Street Journal, Black Enterprise, Essence, and Ebony, to name a few. Welcome, Psyche. How are you doing today?
Hello, I'm well, thank you.
Yes. Well, I wanted to have you on to talk to you about your explosive success. I am personally a fan of your foot scrub. It's fabulous. But I also want to take you back to the beginning and get you to tell us how this all came to be, what made you want to start a skincare solutions company. So just give us a little bit of background on how this all started.
Sure. So Urban Hydration Naturals is a fruit and skin-based skincare, hair care, face care, body care, bath care, home cleaning care brand. So we are ensuring that people are able to use, just fruit and food on their hair and in their skin and on their skin and just around their home and on their clothes. And years ago, I started as just a girl wanting to start a business. And I was in corporate America I had been there for 12 years. And I wanted to make a difference. And I started using my want to make a difference in the kind of the service sector. I was serving in the nonprofit sector. And I served as a board member for the Blind Center of Nevada. So in Las Vegas, had just finished up my graduate degree, and I saw so many new millionaire companies and thought, wow, this is fantastic. And I was working in corporate America, and I was bringing in for them, not my money, but I was bringing in $20 million accounts and $5 million accounts, and it was just surreal that I was picking up checks for accounts that I had signed up, and people's, people relationships that I had encountered.
Cultivated.
Yeah, it was me. I knocked on the doors and got them to fall in love with the product through me. And I thought, well, shoot, I could probably do this myself. And so I did. The Blind Center of Nevada was a huge instrument in the process. The center was raising money to help grow the center, and they used blind members. And they had like a small manufacturing team, and they were making soaps, and bar soaps, and what else? Candles.
Okay.
And I thought, look here, I think if y'all do this and this and this could be awesome. We could raise so much money. And, kind of ... I've moved. I opened an actual business with these ideas, and, now it's a business that's in 7,500 stores across the country.
Wow. So you have had explosive growth in 2017. Like, you've set records, I would say. And now we can find your brand in Target as well as Sally Beauty. And it's been just really a great story.
Yeah, we're really excited about, and I brought you a sample. We've got a curl cream that just won best curl cream for Black women in the country
nice.
by Essence Magazine, and just really, really excited about that new noting. And Walmart is a huge partner of ours as well. So we just launched in Walmart and on their website and in stores. Definitely stores in Dallas and in the area, really around the country. So we're really excited about that business opportunity with Walmart as well.
And you've touched upon one thing that I wanted to circle back to, is that when you're working for someone else, there's a definite entrepreneurship about even working for other people. But you started to figure out that they were really buying into you.
Right.
It was something about you that they loved and they were willing to listen to, and you thought, hey, if I'm doing this for someone else, I can do this for myself. And I think that is like the eureka moment for a lot of entrepreneurs, is when they realize, I have something unique here. Yeah,
absolutely. It took a lot of kind of pulling apart and self-confidence skills to realize that, I can go out and make these deals myself. And I had mentors in my life that from all ages, both genders, all ethnicities, that were just really positive in my life, that believed in me, believed I could do it. And I think having them believe helped me believe. I didn't grow up with my mom or dad in my life, so I didn't have a lot of folks growing up telling me, hey, you're awesome, hey, you're gonna make it, you're gonna be amazing. It was kind of a you understood, like, get your work done, do what you're supposed to do, and good things will happen. And as I grew up, I got other mentors that really promoted me and helped me believe that the personality that I had was a personality type that was attractional, and that I could do something with that.
And it's definitely a skill, and you probably have to develop it and hone it, but it's something that others identified in you and was able to sow into you and help you identify in yourself. Yeah. And one thing I like about your brand as well is it's very natural. Like the packaging is very clean, it's very fresh. For me personally, I'm not a vegan or anything. I try to be. I'm a vegan on the weekends. No, I'm just kidding. But I do try to be more conscious of what I'm putting in my body and on my body. So what made you focus on that aspect of it?
Well, very good question. I was, again, living in Las Vegas, and it's super dry there. I'm originally from Michigan, so I've kind of been all over the country. So I'm just excited your listeners are all over.
Yes.
So I'm from Michigan, lived in Louisiana, super muggy, kind of slimy a little bit.
Yes.
And moved to LA and then to Vegas. And I thought, wow, I really wish my skin felt as moist as it did in the Louisiana area.
That's a nice moist, isn't it? I'm from New Orleans.
Yeah.
It's magical.
Yeah,
it's magical.
Exactly.
Yes.
I loved it. But Vegas, I was not getting that. No. So what I had to start using was pharmaceutical type lotions and washes and creams. And I thought, I don't want to add more chemical to my body to get it to my body to behave more natural. So I started, looking at different options, different natural options like seaweed and tea tree and castor oil and just almond oil and coconut oil, just to see, how does my skin behave versus, these different ingredients. And it just kind of took me back as a little girl. I used to try different things in my hair, like oatmeal and eggs and potato spuds. I tried like a little bit of everything to try to make it work. And I pretty much did the same thing as an adult. Just tried different things on my skin to see if it would work. And I stuck with that. I decided, hey, I'm not a chemist here. And I tried to reach out to chemists, and they took me through this whole like chemical conversation, and I went, nah, I know what'll work. I'll just stick with natural foods and vegetables. Yeah.
Experimenting.
Yeah.
Wow. So what you talked about your hair care products. What's making you most excited right now? Because I know when you're in the middle of a business, you have things that are coming up or you're working on, or stuff that you've just launched that gets you excited. What's have you really excited that you want to introduce to the world?
Yeah, so we just introduced we introduced our hair line last year, and that was super new for us. We had never done hair. We had always done skincare.
Yes.
That was where, that was our lifeline. And hair was a huge deal for us, but then we didn't realize that there is a hair community, honey.
Oh, yeah.
There is not just like, you don't just make hair care and walk away. If you make it, you own it, you embrace it. This is like a group of folks that love you and adore you if you do it right.
Okay.
And apparently we did it super right.
Nice.
And girls went crazy about us, saying, hey, we're not going to make a conditioner or shampoo that brings volume to your hair, or that helps your hair get curly, or helps moisturize your hair. We're not going to do separate product categories or product collections. We're going to just say, what's all the natural things that do all these things? And because we really didn't expect to do another collection, and we just dumped it all into that one collection.
Okay, gotcha.
So that's how we got argan oil and avocado oil and rosemary oil and coconut oil.
That sounds lovely.
Aloe. We put it all in one package, and girls went berserk. They're like,
wow.
It's doing everything that I use like 10 different products for my hair for. So we were quickly asked to do another line, and we tried honey. So we thought, what does honey do? And that's really what we do, is we start with an ingredient. Like, we're looking at caramel, we're looking at chocolate, we're looking at, just fun food things. What are things that I love to eat, and what do they do for my skin, good or bad? And, and we stop when we find something that's like, oh, did you know? Like, here's a secret to success on the body that, nobody knew about.
Nice. That sounds quite indulgent and lovely.
I love food.
That. Yes, yeah, you make it sound so good. I'm like, oh, we still talk about hair,
right? Yeah, I love it.
I love that. Okay, and so one of the things we talked about offline is funding sources, and for small businesses, it's a constant struggle. It's a constant battle. How do you fund your business? Whether you're trying to take your business to the next level, or fund a new product line, or new, like you're talking about, a whole new branch of your business. How has that been for you as a woman, in the business world? Has it been a challenge for you to fund your business, or find really strategic ways to raise funds?
Yes. I think some people do have it easier, but I think some people just don't, and I don't think it's a gender thing or color of your skin thing.
I agree. It's a small business thing, really.
Really,
it is.
And here's the thing that I think connects us all is, what do you do again? And how big are you again? And when am I going to get repaid again?
Right.
So I think that's
qualifying questions.
Those are what lenders are wondering. They're not asking, what do you look like when you wake up in the morning?
Mm-hmm.
They don't care. They care about if you can repay and how credible you are. And I think circles do come into play, because it's like, well, how many women-owned businesses do we have track records with?
Yes.
Or how many majority-owned business do we have track records with? And because we know that they tend to pay back on time.
Oh yeah, we're the best people in the world. We pay back more than, even when we don't, we could file bankruptcy and we're still trying to figure out, I want to still pay back that loan because it's a part of my portfolio, and I feel like it's not right to not pay off that debt.
So I think that's I think it's helped with us with funding, and in our case it did take years. We went through several processes, several requests, several trials. We've been looked at by Wall Street folks to value our company and value our opportunity, and we've had notations come out about that, and we've worked in line with Shark Tank. We tried several different attempts to be on Shark Tank. We work with our small business banking team with several different banks. We've tried credit cards. We've tried my 401k. We've tried my husband's 401k. So we've tapped several different resources. And the most interesting thing for us, and I think everyone's story is different, but our a local couple at our local church was who actually ended up believing in us. And
wow.
It's still surreal to me today, because we were knocking on doors internationally, and the door in our backyard is the door that opened for us.
That's incredible.
Yeah,
that's incredible. So how did you make that connection? How did you know to even ask for a meeting with them?
Yeah, I think first off, just credibility, right? So credit is one thing, but your credibility as a person.
Huge.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
So that, I think, is what flowed over for us. We were working hard. We had product. We had retail. We had resources. We had behavior. We had experience. I think all of that helped lean. Our pastor connected us. So it allowed him to say, hey, do you know them? And, I think they shared a product of ours with them. And we never really connected there, but we connected later at another ladies' event. To this day, it had to be just like the grace of God, because we ended up going to a restaurant, and I brought a coworker along with me, and a mutual friend was opening her restaurant, and I'm huge on supporting other women-owned businesses, and I thought my day was super busy, but I wanted to leave my office and take an employee with me to go support this other girl who was a mutual friend for a grand opening, and that our current investor was there, and that's when I got a chance to just come over, and I was so nervous, and I'm like, hey, my name is Psyche Terry, and I own a business, and I would love to talk to you about our opportunity that we have to invest in us. And she's like, I know you already. I know your product. I know who you are. We've had previous interactions, which is just a whole nother conversation.
That's a funny story.
Yes, it was a whole nother conversation. So she's like, I already know you. I'd love to talk with you. When are you available? Let's get it on the calendar. So of course I went out of the room screaming and also embarrassed, because we did have prior meetings, and I didn't know that this was my potential investor and friend for life. But yeah, so
you actually ended up going the angel investor route.
Yes.
So what's the key to having a successful pitch? Because we've seen it on Shark Tank. We've seen people pitch to investors on Shark Tank. And some people leave victors and some people leave in tears. Yeah. What would you say would be the keys that, the listeners need to know in order to make a winning pitch?
Well, so I love Shark Tank. I think it's a fun family show. And I think it's a show. I think it definitely is entertainment.
Yes.
I don't think... I think about 50% of it is truly transformationally something that we could actually use. And I'll talk about those parts. I think just, first off, coming in with a strong, like, this is who I am, this is why I am, this is what I plan to be, and this is what I've established right now. I think those are some of the questions that you initially walk in with. And, being nervous or not, or having, this long story about who you are, what you are. I think that's the show part. That's the entertainment side of it. But I think what really matters at the end of the day is who and what you are, what you bring, and how you can pay it back. And again, how credible you are, not necessarily your credit, because our time, our credit score was in the dumps. It had gone from high 800s to like low 5.321s, because we
you used all your resources.
We had the whole countdown going, girl. But we were there. We had used everything to open a factory and to put 40 people to work in this great state. So we had used it all, and she wasn't pulling apart my books to find out if how many credit cards I had outstanding or how many loans I had outstanding. She was asking, what's the product? What's the opportunity? How can you make a difference? How can we make a difference together? And really, what could we do for their portfolio?
To round out their investment portfolio.
Yep.
Yeah, a lot of people, in my experience, when talking to investors, they oftentimes want to ask you what your EBITDA is, your earnings before interest and tax, depreciation and amortization. And I think that's just a testing. They want to see if you know your numbers. I think they're just trying to see if you can think fast on your feet. And if you know your business inside and out. But at the end of the day, what I've learned is really not about your EBITDA. It's not. Because you can have a perfectly glossy, financial situation on paper, and you can't deliver or communicate, the why, the so what, so you do this and you want this money and you want to accomplish X, Y, Z. So what? Who cares? Yeah. So that's the question that you really need to answer when you're talking to an investor.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you said you had tried several times before speaking to investors, but you didn't have the language quite right. And then you figured out what the key was and what you were missing in your pitch, and you were able to drive it home.
I think absolutely, and we weren't ready. I think when you're ready, you're ready.
Oh, that's real real smart to share.
Yeah, we weren't ready for the money, and we would have wasted it. And my husband and I, we run the business together. We own the business together. Fantastic support. He and I we share laughter because we say, if we would have gotten, first off, we were asking for way too much because we were watching Shark Tank, and we come in asking for $5 million and $10 million, and it's like, what you gonna do with $10 million for real? I'm like, well, I got this boat I'm interested in, and I got this.
And we're gonna put our brand on the side of the boat.
Yeah, of course. No, that's exactly it. It's
marketing.
Everybody's gonna know. But we would have wasted the money. I mean, I think, honestly, behind the curtains is what I say. We wasted a lot of the money they gave us up right to this day, because we didn't have the money initially to know what we didn't know then, what we know now. So we've been a whole lot more precise because it's our money too. So we've learned on their backs, and you come in asking for all these millions of dollars as an investment, it's to blow and go, and you realize real soon you got to pay the stuff back.
You got to pay it back.
Yeah. So you get real quick about the numbers real fast.
Okay. So you found also in your angel investors, you shared with me, advisors. They've developed into quasi-business advisors. They're in it with you for the long haul. And I think that's a unique scenario. We do see that on Shark Tank, that they're going to actually work behind the scenes, but every investor is not interested in that.
True.
So you have to kind of find the right fit for you, and don't just focus on the money.
Absolutely. They are, we're Christian owners. They're Christian investors, and we have that in common. They have children. We have children. They're super fun. We think we're super fun. So those things are in common. They happen to be celebrities, and that's such a neat thing for us. But we actually don't really lean on their celebrity. We thought, as soon as we signed the dotted line, we're going to make a tweet, make an Instagram post that, hey, we've got this celebrity baseball player and his wife. They're our investors, and we thought everyone would flock to our site because of it. But it doesn't roll that way.
It doesn't work like that.
Yeah, not at all. I think the best part about them being celebrities in our portfolio is that they've been there and they've seen it, and they're so wise. And that's what we're using. That's what we needed in our lives, is the wisdom of how to act when things happen or when things grow for you. When you see, as you say, explosive growth, how do you behave? What do you post? What don't you post? Who do you befriend? Who don't you befriend? Who's calling you and why? And how do you respond to them? So the number of books this woman has given, she's given me probably the more pages than she's given me dollars to read. I was just like, golly.
So your weekend reading list is
stacked. It is. But, I'm wiser for it. So I think, as we look for investors, we should, as women, your audience, as we look for investors, we should be looking for with wise investors, people that can invest more than just money.
Just dollars.
Yeah.
And I think it's also unique that your investors are a husband and wife team as well.
Yeah.
That's really unique.
It's awesome.
And it's very awesome. Yeah. So what are some of the top, things that you've learned from your business partners?
Well, we've learned a lot. We've had a lot of phone calls, a lot of emergency phone calls. We've learned patience from them. We recently had an issue where we had a ton of just cyber issues take place, and it just the patience and the thoughtfulness that they were able to share, and what they had already been through, because they've already seen numbers come in, numbers go. I think that was huge for us to just kind of chill back, when they're talking like with a few more zeros than what, we're talking about and what they've seen issues with. And we're like, wow, okay, if you can go through that, we can too. And I think just, of course, relational and how to and who to deal with and how to deal with people. They've given us a lot of wisdom behind that. and just relationships. One of the very first encounters that we had with him, I want to say in the first month, we learned right away that be upfront, be kind to whomever you deal with, no matter what level you grow to. And I think that's something that we've really tried. I don't know if we've overdone it, because now some say we're like way too humble. We started off totally opposite, where we wanted to be like, I call it the Beyonce of skincare and hair care. But I'm over here like, I'm Harriet Tubman of skincare. I'm just like, you come too. Everybody can get on this train. It's a different personality though.
Right.
You got somebody that's under, in the underground.
Trenches, yeah.
Or you have somebody that's over, just exposed to light on themselves. And we've learned from them that keep your head low.
Work hard and just keep to the grind.
Work hard, grind it out. And your money and your dollars stretch longer and farther that way versus spending it all. And you hear about celebrities and celebrity athletes, and they're just a totally opposite couple from that.
Wow.
And we're so blessed.
That's such a blessing.
Yeah, we're so blessed to be a part of that, because they've taught us so much.
So you could write a book on finance sources and angel investing.
You pray for me.
I'm gonna pray on that.
You pray for me in book writing.
I'm serious.
I like movies too much on my days off. I love me some movies.
You love me some movies?
I love movies. I do. They're my breakaway. They are.
Yeah. So what do you do, since you talk about your breakaway, what do you do for fun?
Yeah.
Because it can be, how many employees do you have now, if you don't mind sharing?
So we're at 8. Yeah.
Yes.
We're give or take, depends on the season. But we're usually an average of 8 employees, and it's a lot of people, including my husband, because I think he's 2 personalities, so he could be 2 of the 8, and I could be 2 of the 8, because you don't know which one he's gonna get today. I
was told that 8 was a sweet spot. That you should enjoy 8, because once it gets over 8 is when you start dealing with a different level of complexion in the business.
Like I said, we've had 40 before. Postpartum, it's still people I'm reaching out to like, hey, I was pregnant. Forgive me.
Don't hold it against me.
Listen, I'm like, we are new people. We are. This
I'm
is the word
pregnant,
I use. We're
and
evolving.
we're in Texas. It's hot. So
Listen,
just
okay?
forgive me.
We're evolved. I have evolved.
Wow.
Come meet the new me. It's something else. I mean, hey. But I had never managed people either. And that's another thing about getting resources. And I think I was teasing with our investors and said, if people, and I was so serious though, but if people knew the amount of issues that would follow the dollar, right? If they knew that, then maybe they would ask for more than just a numbers investor, right? So our investor is, again, as I mentioned, they've been there with us through trenches already. Yeah. It's been 3 years. And we just thought about, man, we literally were laughing because she is, the wife side of the investment team has helped me with employee issues and like women issues and just like how to deal, how to talk, and how to be humble and how to respect and how to manage as well. And it's just so interesting because I thought, I never had these problems before we had the money because we didn't have enough to, even hire these people.
Yes.
So I wish that people, when they're engaging investors, that they would be conscious of, okay, now you got to hire people. Okay, do you know how to work with people? Because you've been this silo solopreneur. You're just all the women, independent. Yeah. You're so excited to be a solopreneur, but you're wanting cash to grow and to scale. So you grow and scale. That means people follow. Are you ready to be a leader of those people, or a good one? Because I heard someone say it. Actually, I think our pastor at church on Sunday, he's like, whatever type of employee you are is the type of leader you're going to be. So you got to look at that. If you're not showing up on time, you could, if you're not kind to your other coworkers, if you don't know how to be honorable, so we so excited. We're so excited to be in charge and to get money to grow. But okay, then what?
It's complicated.
Yeah, it's so complicated.
Yeah. It could be, Yeah, that's another podcast. Talk about.
It's
Let's
work.
keep it on the investing level, because that's a whole nother
It's
podcast.
work.
Human resources is called human resources for a reason.
Yeah,
They're a
yeah.
resource and they're human, and you want to treat them, with humanity, and you
Yeah.
want to be, a family, and it's complicated.
It is.
It gets very complicated.
Yep.
So was that important to you when you met your investors, that they would be more than just money? Did you say that explicitly, or did
No.
it just happen?
It just happened.
That's beautiful.
We needed money. We were broke.
So you were like, I don't want a friend.
Yeah, no.
I need that check.
We needed money. And God knew what we needed, though. We needed money, but he paired us with who and what we needed, because we had requested finances from so many people. We had a guy say, okay, I'm going to invest in you, but I need you to change your business practice to, I got these scarves that I think scarves going to go great with your products. And
Scarves?
Scarves. I don't know nothing about scarves. I wear them at night. And he said that. He was like, don't you wear scarves at night? So, and I'm like, okay, so really what he was trying to do is he had family that owned a manufacturing business for scarves, and he was attempting to take what he understood to be a great
Opportunity.
distribution. Yeah, so how about you just basically you want us to change the whole product
To his
scarves, because I wear scarves at night. So you got to be mindful.
You do.
And he was,
And
he was
prayerful.
Yes, he was
and
so intent on those scarves.
That's hilarious.
But here's how crazy here is how crazy and hungry we were. We considered it.
you were like, well, okay, maybe we can wrap the scarves around our jars
Exactly.
of butter.
Exactly.
You
No.
get a scarf and you get some
I'm
notes.
telling you. Hey, you get that way though. You're like, I need this dollar. Like you have no idea. Yeah.
Yeah, I think also too that we're laughing, but you're touching on another point about having a vision and a mission for your business and sticking to it, because you're gonna get so many people, even when you're not asking for money.
Yeah.
Folks are gonna bring opportunities to you that their opportunity, and try to force you to see their vision, and you're like, but I do skincare. Like, I don't understand why you're telling me about selling electricity. Like, what are we doing right now?
Look, yes, I had so many partnership requests of, can we partner with stuff I can't even say on this podcast, just trying to grow their business because
Yeah.
they see a little bit of traction with
With
us.
you guys.
But same on us. It took me, because we had an internal joke in the office amongst my employees, like, tomorrow we might sell bikes. Because I was like, okay, y'all, I got this great idea. I kept coming with the ideas, and I had to bring it in. Like,
Yeah.
no.
You have to settle down. Settle
Bring that
down.
in. No.
You said you
Yeah.
want to do natural,
Yeah.
fruit,
Yeah.
and plant-based.
Not bikes.
Where does the bike fit into this?
Listen, I was going to figure it out. Because I too saw the opportunity of, like, we got these relationships.
Right.
I was at Barbie dolls at one point. You
were getting in deep.
Yep.
And then God rescued you right in the nick of time. He saved you from yourself.
He brought
Look
me
at
back.
God. He brought you back. Well, we didn't get to, what do you do for fun?
Oh yeah. So for fun, I would say I don't read, but no, if I'm reading, it's in the bathtub and with my Urban Hydration bubble bath and salt soaks and salt scrub and a book. So that's fun part A. Fun part B is truly spending time with my kids. They are just some comics. I got a 3, 5, and 7-year-old with my sweet husband.
Fun times.
Yeah,
That's some fun ages.
Yeah,
that's
we have
really
a lot of fun. I have the heartache of wanting to people please. I'm still working on me, but my people pleasing skills start and stop with my 3, 5, and 7-year-old.
Okay.
So I've done so well that I've narrowed it down to just 3 people.
Okay, so you
please.
reined that in
I
too.
brought
You've
that
had a
in.
season of pulling it back.
I had a season.
Look at you.
Yes. It used to be my husband and trying to please him, but he's decided he'll just take what he has. So I just thank God for that. But my 3 kids, I enjoy pleasing them. I really do, because they work so hard to please me.
Aww.
So it's a lot of give and take.
That's beautiful.
We love it. We do a lot of family movie nights.
Okay.
And a lot of game nights. And, just this morning they created some kind of hockey game with a Lego and some sticks from another building game. So just inventing and making weird things happen with my 2 little boys and my daughter. I enjoy combing her hair.
Oh.
And she's my little baby doll. And she asked me to make her a ballerina, quote unquote, which means, can I have a ponytail?
She want ponytails?
Yeah. So that's kind of what I do.
And how old is your daughter?
She's 3.
Yeah,
she's my youngest.
That's the beautiful years.
She's my angel.
Just hold tight. Just love on that 3-year-old.
Yes.
That's beautiful.
They're a lot of fun. But I'm not a professional or anything, but I'm strictly like everyday workout, everyday walk or jog or stairs or something. So I spend about an hour a day just doing personal maintenance on my body, and I do enjoy cooking a lot, new foods and new ideas. So I do a theme meal every week. Last week was what was that? Last week was Mexican. And this week what is this week? Well, he went shopping this week, so it's kind of like what he picked.
Hodgepodge is the theme.
It's interesting. It is. It's a healthy week. It's just salmon and rice, so it's American, I guess.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So you do really focus on self-care, which I think is important for entrepreneurs as well.
I'm hearing this whole hashtag self-care Sundays and stuff. I didn't know it was a big deal. I mean, this is like life.
That's your lifestyle.
Yeah.
How did you build that discipline? Were you an athlete as a kid or with the working out? How did you get the discipline?
I gained weight. I wanted to lose it. So I decided I needed to get active.
Okay.
So I kept
and
the regime.
7 days a week you're
7 days a week.
You don't miss a day.
Unless I pass out. And that happens 1 day a week.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you do give yourself a break.
I pass out. I don't choose to. I literally can't help it.
Well, I have an actual testimony.
Okay. Let me hear your
testimony. Your foot scrub.
Okay.
I brought your foot scrub to my manicurist.
Oh.
And I told her, I need you to try this on me.
Okay.
And she was like, girl, what is this? What? She's freaked out.
Wow.
She was like, this is good.
Wow.
She said, you have no idea. I use hundreds of products on my, clients.
Love it.
This is good.
Love it.
She said, text me this information. As soon as you leave, I need to have this. This was like, yeah. She said, feel your feet. And I started, feeling my feet. She said, girl, this is some good stuff. Good. And I said, okay. So yeah.
Our prayers have availed much. We prayed over every product line, like, Lord, don't let this return void.
Yeah. No, that's some real great stuff. So you're on the right track, and I'm so excited to get to know more about your hair products and use your hair products. And give you some feedback on that as well.
Please do.
So Psyche.
Yes.
One last question, and then we can wrap up the podcast.
Okay.
How do you define a leader?
Okay. A leader. I think a leader, and immediately I thought about my kids. Then I think about my husband. Then I think about my employees. I think about you. I think about the folks in this room, folks listening to this podcast. I think a leader is an individual that is willing to stand up for something, stand out for something, and go forward in that without any consequence or concern of consequence, but a person that's just willing to step up and step out and not afraid of what will happen next.
Nice.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, that's
well, thank you so much, Psyche. I really enjoyed having you on the podcast.
Thank you.
And if my audience wants to find out more about Psyche Terry and Urban Hydrations, where can they find you?
I am an Instagrammer and a stories on Instagram, so you can see a ton of my fun stories with my kids or something women business led at Psyche Terry on Instagram or at Urban Hydration on Instagram if you want to learn more about our natural food-based products. And that's our website is urbanhydration.com, and my website is still psycheterry.com.
Awesome sauce. Well, thank you so much, Psyche. It was a pleasure.
Absolutely.
All right.
Thank you.
Be sure to subscribe and leave us a comment on iTunes or Google Play or any other podcast platform.
You're listening to RNCN, the digital destination for premium talk radio.